in United States, we are in contact with a lot of other organizations throughout the United States. And some of those organizations can be Arab Americans, some of them can be Muslim Americans, and some of them can be African American organizations or Hispanic and human rights organizations, including, for example, Jewish Voice for Peace, that we work with them on many issues that are in total support of of our narrative. And also they work very hard from their side too, to make a huge difference, or a difference at the end towards the Palestinians.
In 2003, the American President's Council on Service and Civic Participation founded the President's Volunteer Service Award to recognize the participation of the American citizens and their contribution to their country and their society. This year, this award was given to Palestinian American professor, citizen diplomat, head of the Palestinian American Council, John David, in honor of his achievements. Great honor to have you with us, Dr. John David.
It is my honor to be with you today.
You will come. You got the President's Award this year. If you tell us, just in brief, about this award and how did you feel when you got the news that you're going to get it?
First of all, my friend, I would like to say that I received the news and I was in shock, because I thought, what I have been doing for many years, we are doing it for a great cause for Palestine, and we are working hard with other people and other organizations here in the United States to further move the Palestinian narrative forward. So I'm always humble. I'm always honored to say that this year the President Lifetime Achievement Award was given to me. Basically, it's an honor. It's an honor for me and for everyone that I work with throughout my journey here in the past 35 years in the United States.
Yeah, given the value of this award, Mr. John, we know that the Palestinian American community has its impact on the American people and on the American institutions. Do you agree with this statement?
Totally agree with that. As a matter of fact, this is the most important daily work that we do in reaching out to the American citizens and the American publics and their institution, and sharing the Palestinian narrative that traditionally they don't hear on the mainstream media here in the United States.
Yeah, Mr. John, having this award would add to your responsibilities as a Palestinian first and American citizen second, supporting justice for all oppressed nations. And we know the oppression and injustice the Palestinian people are going through under the Israeli occupation. So if you tell me how this award would give you more energy and more courage and more momentum to serve your cause from your position in the United States.
Indeed. We only have 24 hours a day, and we wish we have even more hours daily. But this award, as you mentioned, puts a lot of pressure on us to even do more and to achieve more. As you know, I'm well involved in many organizations at the local, state, and national and international level. So this award is basically, put the pressure on me to even do more, to be more involved, to become more part of the decision making, as we are on, for example, the state level with the Democratic Party as a central committee member, and also with Sister City, which is very important organization that promotes the public diplomacy And our work there since 2015, when I was elected as the first Arab and Palestinian Americans to serve on the board of this national and international organization in Washington, D.C. Our work is non-stop work because basically we are trying to bring U.S. cities and Palestinian cities to sign agreements and start working on projects, sharing the narrative, talking to each other. For example, one of the things that we just did 10 days ago is as a result of signing that agreement between the governorate of Salfia and the city of Dayton, Ohio. Just 10 days ago, they signed a memo of understanding between a university in Ohio and the Al-Quds Open University and El Zaytuna in the Salfit area, which is going to lead, obviously, to more work between the people who are in the academics and doing perhaps some research together, visit each other, learn about each other more, and further that kind of work that leads to a better understanding of the Palestinian narrative. So this is part of the work that we do on the national level since 2015, but I have been involved with this movement for the past 30 years, I would say.
Yes, and we know, Dr. John, that you are active in citizen diplomacy. And today we have the American Chief of Palestinian Affairs, Hadi Amr, in Hawara village, the village that was under the Israeli colonizers' aggression 2 days ago, where we have more than 40 houses burnt, 100 cars damaged and burnt. A Palestinian was killed, hundreds of injuries. Can we say that his visit comes in the context of the Palestinian community activism and the citizen diplomacy initiatives you're working on?
For sure, as you all know, I mean, before his trip to Palestine, I mean, the U.S. Palestinian Council sponsored an event with Mr. Hadi Amr, and it was well attended by different people and leadership of the Palestinian American community and the Arab community across the United States. Basically, I think it is very important to get even those officials to believe that their work can make a difference when they also work with people, when they visit people, when they listen to their stories, when they listen to their suffering, when they go and firsthand see exactly what happened in Hawara a couple of days ago on the hands of those illegal settlers who decided to basically go from home to home and set the homes on fire and damage the property and the cars and burn cars and so on. So this becomes also very important and unique step that is taken by Mr. Hadi Amr to go and see firsthand how the Palestinian daily suffering is happening on a daily basis, so that he can also understand and see things much better and more clear, on top of what we do here in the United States in reaching out to the State Department and Mr. Hadi Amr and sharing that narrative with them. So his visit is definitely an important visit.
Yes. Mr. John, the Israeli occupation practices against the Palestinian people are taking a new turn. In the past, we know that the Israeli occupation army was commissioned by the government to kill, oppress the Palestinians, demolish their houses. But today we see the Israeli militias, the Israeli settlers, who are armed to the teeth, who have a free hand, killing, burning, uprooting trees, doing everything bad for the Palestinians. Can you tell me how the Palestinian community, the U.S. Palestinian Council and other relevant organizations are going to highlight the danger of this turn in the United States in order to push the American Congress, the American government, to do something tangible, not only words and lip service, to stop such murderous crimes by the Israeli government and the Israeli settlers, which is more dangerous, really.
Yeah, indeed. As we all know, especially the last Israeli government, we define it and describe it as a settler's government. So as we know, they are more on the right side of the political spectrum. And we know that such an entity that is based on the idea of the Zionist and the settlers mentality going to be definitely an entity that will basically attack, kill, make the suffering of the Palestinian people worse even, and so on. So we are aware of that for sure, and we are trying to take this message and this narrative also and share it with the both parties, the Republicans and Democrats. We are trying to share it also with the American government at the different levels. But also what's very important for us is also to share it with the people. Because at the end, American citizens are the ones who are electing those people who are in positions in the United States, whether they are in Congress or in the executive part of the U.S. government. So what we are doing and what everybody is trying to do is trying to share that narrative, trying to share the facts on ground with everybody via meeting with them, via talking with them, via writing articles in newspapers and trying to reach out to as many as we can, via using the media and our meetings. And some of us who have some official positions and elected positions in, for example, the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, we need to work harder in order to make the change happen and in order to reach out to as many officials as we can in order to start seeing change. Yes, lip service is not acceptable anymore when we compare that to the suffering of our people, to the daily suffering of those people must stop. And at the end of the day, what we have been saying is that this suffering will continue as far as this illegal Israeli occupation continues. So we need to work very hard and reach a point that they need to understand that this illegal occupation must end.
Yeah, and my final question to you, Mr. John, we know you're living in the United States and you have access, maybe more than us here, to human rights organizations and pro-justice institutions in the U.S. How are you going to deliver the Palestinian message to these organizations vis-a-vis the Israeli settlers and Israeli army continuing aggression on the Palestinian towns, cities, and refugee camps?
Excellent question. As a matter of fact, we as organizations in the United States, we are in contact with a lot of other organizations throughout the United States. And some of those organizations can be Arab Americans, some of them can be Muslim Americans, and some of them can be African American organizations or Hispanic and human rights organizations, including, for example, Jewish Voice for Peace, that we work with them on many issues that are in total support of of our narrative. And also, they work very hard from their side too to make a huge difference or a difference at the end towards the Palestinians situation. But we need to understand that at the end, each one of us as Palestinian Americans living in the United States needs to be like an ambassador for Palestine. We need to reach out to as many people as we can and as many organizations as we can in order to share the facts and the narrative that most of them, unfortunately, does not hear about due to the skewed media in United States, such as the Fox News and CNN, that are in particular skewed towards the Israeli story instead of showing the facts and showing what's really happening on ground in Palestine.
Palestinian American citizen diplomat, head of the Palestinian American Council, Professor John David. It has been a great honor having you on our program. Thank you very much.
It's my honor too.
You're welcome. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and from me, Osama Nazal, have a nice time.